The book that I chose for my book review for Russell Chapter 5 is The Grouchy Ladybug, written and illustrated by Eric Carle. And I chose this book because Eric Carle is just such a great illustrator. I previously chose an Eric Carle book in one of my old book reviews, and I wanted to make sure that Eric Carle's work didn't go unnoticed, so that's why I chose The Grouchy Ladybug today. And The Grouchy Ladybug is basically a story that talks about a grouchy ladybug that does not want to share the aphids with a friendly ladybug. And you're probably wondering what an aphid is. An aphid is actually given to us, the definition of it, at the very beginning of the book, which is something that I truly like about Eric Carle. He gave us what the definition was, along with a picture that associated with it. Now, if I was reading this, I probably wouldn't have known what an aphid was off the top of my head. So, the fact that Eric Carle gave us what the definition was of what an aphid is in this story was truly appreciated. And that's something that I liked about Eric Carle. Now, as we progress throughout the story, the grouchy ladybug basically just hates the world, hates everyone. So, he just wants to fight everyone and everything. Now, with the illustrations in this book, what I truly like is he just wants to fight everyone, starting with the smallest thing that he can think of, like a bee. And as you notice, the pages are actually smaller. And as he continues to go throughout the story, the pages get bigger along with the animals or the insects that he actually wants to fight. And it gets bigger and bigger and bigger. And it continues to keep getting bigger. And each time the grouchy ladybug insists that he wants to fight these animals or insects, but he ends up not fighting them. And they just keep getting bigger until he actually meets the whale, the biggest one of all. And what I liked about this part was how it just shows just how huge a whale is. And it kind of lets the students and children know just how big this whale is compared to the ladybug, which you can see in here. And the whale just keeps on going on for pages and pages. And continues to keep going on. And my favorite part is right here when the grouchy ladybug keeps on insisting that he wants to fight the whale. And the whale basically just gives him a piece of his mind and whips his fin, which was my favorite part. How he used this page as a literal fin for the whale, just to make it the children see just how big the whale truly is, especially compared to the grouchy ladybug. And then we get towards the end of the story where the grouchy ladybug finally realizes, like, he really shouldn't have been grouchy after all. So, this book is a great picture book for students to associate with different sizes of different animals and insects. So I would use that as a basis for some students, especially if they have a hard time comparing different sizes with things. Could also use this book to teach students about ladybugs and introduce them to the topic of spring. So, and an activity that I could do with the students is that they can actually create their own ladybug out of construction paper and other things like that. Lastly, I didn't mention this before, but this book actually associates with a little bit of time. And it says here at 6 o'clock, it met a yellow jacket. So as it continues, it actually talks about different times. And you can actually see the illustrations of the times throughout the story, which is another detail that I liked because they state the time and they also show the actual time on a clock, which not many children can really read. So I like that about this book because it actually has the illustration for that, and I can also teach children about time by reading this book. So that is my book review on The Grouchy Ladybug for a picture book. So thank you.